Interestingly enough, Kevin and I have had more than a few entertaining, thought-provoking conversations on the very subject of all one, all connected. And we don't agree on everything, which is good. Personally, I have not learnt much from agreeing with people. Respectful disagreement and the hammering out of one's points can give birth to precious nuggets of discovery. In regards to our perceived notions of right and wrong, there is none in the big picture literal sense. There is no judgment, just experiences followed by decisions that guide us step by step along the long road home. That said, I do think there is a core truth, that being that everything in the universe is connected, and that the collective of everything makes up the one. Try to imagine the universe as an infinite spider web, joined together by the strands of the web. Every thought, action, and reaction would send a vibratory message to every strand connected within it. That knowing shines a bright light on all the ludicrous reasons we invent to promote separation. It simply is a lie, it's not true. Throughout the course of our conversation, both Kevin and I could feel the undeniable energy presence of a female forest person he is connected to. She was obviously there to facilitate what transpired between us. Tonight, at the time of this writing, I felt her distinctive energy again when in conversation with Kevin, and she tapped on the outside wall of his home to confirm it. That's actually quite common, that you can feel them listening in on the conversation and that they will actually audibly confirm it or in some way that they are listening in. One thing is evident to me. My overlooking the circle aspect of my glyph was by design. What it did is put it in the forefront of Kevin's thoughts so that he can decide what it means for him. I personally have no doubts that this is exactly what transpired. What he comes up with is between him and his guides. A few weeks after my initial stone glyph discovery, I was checking out a neighboring campground. As I cruised slowly by one of the campsites, I noticed what appeared to be a walking stick leaning up against one of the site's picnic tables. Something urged me to investigate further. What I saw was a second stone glyph message, placed with purpose on the long seat section of the table. The "One Walks with Four" message was virtually identical with one glaring exception. The "walks with" foot-shaped rock was nowhere to be seen. The fact that the identical message showed up in two different campgrounds is not as unusual as it might sound when examined in context to their close proximity to each other. Both places are smack dab in the heart of my clan's home. Of course, time, space, and distance offer no barriers to them, which kind of makes my previous point virtually moot. It is also curious to note that unlike the initial message, there were no sections or levels on the seat portion of the table, like there were when the stones were placed on top in the previous glyph. This is significant. To me, it says that there are no levels, no space, and no separation, and that our 3D interpretation of such is all about vibration and perception. Is heaven an actual place or a vibration? I will say that when I was gifted with the Love Zap, it felt like heaven as I would imagine it to be. I stood there pondering the mystery of the missing foot rock when it hit me. That particular rock was replaced by the walking stick, but the "One Walks with Four" message was unchanged. I cannot express the gratitude I feel in being able to grow together from shared experiences with people like Kevin and others with an open mind and heart. The way the forest people lovingly interject themselves into many of these interactions is beyond magical and by no means a coincidence. A gentle or not so gentle nudging does not compromise free will, but will hopefully encourage some of us to do our own spade work. Thank you for listening. Much appreciated.